we were talking about the further processing of light stimulus from the external receptors via the optic nerve, the optic tract, lateral geniculate body, and the geniculostriatal fiber, which is coming to the primary visual cortex in the occiput, the 17 Brodmann area, number 17. So, even when they enter the visual signal from ipsilateral and contralateral fibers do not march. They have their ocular dominant layers. So we draw to ocular dominant layer, and we also gradually have some other structures which will help in the further processing of the visual sense. So you have the ipsilateral dominant layer here, the contralateral dominant layer here, and this along with other structures will be known as a hypercolor, and many these forms of visual parallel processing module, and many such modules, many thousands of this module will bring about parallel processing and bring about an appreciation of vision in its form of luminance, sensitivity, the ability to detect between bright light and dim light, the ability to detect between colors and its various hues, the ability to detect motion, the ability to detect age, the ability to detect a given important structure like face, or the ability to detect emotion like a smile or a sad face. So all this will be gradually processed. So when the processing happens in this fashion, in modules, this is parallel processing. What you have seen is serial processing. See, some amount of processing in the retina, some amount of processing in the lateral geniculate body, some amount of processing which will happen in the visual cortex, and further down. This is an example of serial processing. This is parallel processing. So what do we have? See, the human cortex is, the neocortex at least, is divided into 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is towards the exterior. This is towards the exterior, outside. So the fourth layer is further subdivided into A, B and C. And the C is further subdivided for our purpose into alpha and beta. Why this subdivision? Because it has been seen that magnocellular pathway will be entering into this layer. So magnocellular pathway will be entering into this layer, and parvocellular pathway will be entering into this layer. The 4C beta. So what are the other components other than ocular dominance we see? Very interestingly, orientation columns. So, what do you mean by orientation column? It has been seen that the magnocellular pathway, which gives their contribution to various cells of the visual cortex, are having receptive fields which are stimulated by a specific orientation. Receptive fields are stimulated orientation means that there are some receptive fields, there are cells having receptive fields in the cortex which will only be stimulated at a given orientation. Suppose the orientation of light is like this. Some cells will be stimulated. Some cells will only be stimulated if the orientation of light coming from the receptors and through the ganglion cells and the lateral geniculate body is like this. Some of them will respond to orientation like this. Some of them will respond to orientation like this or orientation like this. Same. So some will respond to this orientation and also this orientation. So you have cells responding to this orientation, this, and this, which corresponds to this orientation, this. So depending on the orientation, some cells will be stimulated. So you have orientation columns. So these orientation columns are located like so. How are they located? They are located like so. Like this. Some will be stimulated to orientation like this. Some will be stimulated to orientation like this. Some will be stimulated to orientation like this. Some again will be stimulated to orientation like this. Some again will be stimulated by orientation like this, and some again will be stimulated to orientation like this. Or let us draw a little arc. Some will be stimulated by this orientation. Some will be stimulated by this orientation. Some will be stimulated by this orientation. Some by this orientation, and so there will be cells here which will be stimulated by the orientation, the receptive field of their. So these are, what are they? They are receptive fields oriented in this way. So you will have oriented cells. Again, there will be repetition. So you have cells responding to orientation. So orientation. Some cells will not respond to orientation, but to direction of movement. So you have one, orientation, two, direction of movement, and you also have something called the color block. In between the color block, in the area between the color blocks, you have intercolor areas. So, the color block will be responding only to colors. They will not respond to direction of movement or orientation of the edge. This will be only responding to the difference in spectrum. So, these will have cells which are double opponents. Please remember from previous classes, double opponent cells. So, color and intercolor areas. Intercolor block. So, color block and intercolor block. Or color block, intercolor block. What will intercolor block do? That is the area between the color blocks. They will be discerning, or they will be processing forms, and the acuity of vision is defined by the area in the intercolor. So this is the processing which happens in the V1 or the primary visual cortex, Brodmann area number 17, the striatal cortex, or the area around the calcarine fissure. It's all the same. So there are further processings. So we'll talk about that in a later class.